What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you guys that maybe watch my previous videos, I think the first questions about from my first videos I think is about like why do I have to make robots that using organoid intelligence or maybe synthetic biological intelligence um, that used for space exploration. Oh yeah, from the previous videos, maybe I just forgot to tell you guys about the SBI or NOI. What does it mean? So SBI is synthetic shit, synthetic biological intelligence, or someone maybe call this OI. Well, it's kind of different between these two, but like basically they just use the same system, but maybe structurally they are pretty different as far as I know. So an OI is an organoid intelligence. Yeah. So this is for the opening. So I'm just gonna place this right here. So from the previous videos, I just told you guys about the why do I want to make these things and apply this to a robot. Um, and yeah, so I'm gonna explain that. Why do I have to make those things for, and especially for space exploration? Yeah. So the first thing, why do I want to make this is because some of the people, so many people, or maybe including my viewers right now. I don't know if I have some viewers. Um, just thinking, and they was pretty scared about the robot revolutions. I mean, especially after the COVID-19. You guys already know that there were a lot of companies do not like the revolution of robots, and especially like when this robot accompanied with an AI capabilities. So it's pretty big problem because a lot of people, including me, when I was looking at those news, I was just thinking like, what happened if this robot is going to replace us? Is going to replace our job? They will perform better because they can perform like 24 hours non-stop. Well, maybe there also will be some shift changes between one robot to another robot for charge their battery or something. And then this robot, like usually they will place in some industrial complex, right? Um, let's say if you guys ever heard about the Tesla mega company, um, so like there's a company that's from Tesla, and this company just basically use a lot of robots for making the cars. And maybe, well, me personally, this is just my opinion, and I just really think that this company is pretty. I mean, if you just put this company in some country that's still developing, for let's say in Southeast Asia, and I think there's a lot of country that's still developing, and I think that. And if you guys know about the developing country, of course, there's still a lot of some people that doesn't get work, so there's not a lot of opportunity for works in Southeast Asia. And yeah, and because of that, I think lots of people like just pretty they just worried about the revolution of robots, and especially if this robot is just used in some industrial complex. So because of that, I was personally like, this is me, I always personally agree with that. Like, when you have some company like and then just use robots for all of their industrial purpose. Let's say again Tesla, and then they just use a lot of robots for well, majority of the process of the making cars. They just use robots, and then a lot of people, I think, well, maybe it is not like direct effect for people, but I do pretty sure it is some indirect effect for people that maybe they just lose their jobs. Because let's say if Tesla companies, uh, maybe at least the majority using for people, maybe they will accompanying more than using robot. It doesn't mean I do not support for robotic, revolutionize robotic, but I do support that, of course. I do support when robotics like revolutionize for industrial purpose, because this thing is pretty efficient. Um, this thing is pretty efficient, and compared to humans, and then there's not a lot of bias. There's nothing bias inside it, and then yeah, I think it's pretty efficient, and there's not a lot of bias, and then the maintenance cost, I mean, if you just compare it to humans, it is pretty cheap. And I think it's pretty objectively, it is a good idea if you want to revolutionize robots for industrial purpose. But I mean, for now, I do not think it's just my personal opinion. I do not think the revolutionizing about robots for industrial complex it is not this time. I think in the far future, when some people maybe just can afford getting some jobs or something. Well, maybe it can be a good idea if you revolutionize robots for industrial purpose, right? So you guys have to like, highlight this for industrial purpose. So and well, the problem is like me, I really like robots. I like robots. When I was a kid, I really like robots. I like computer, I like space, and then I like psychology or the brain. And because of that, I just thinking that, well, I think it's my passion to studying about either robotics or studying about computer science or maybe studying about the space exploration or maybe psychology. I do think that those things like in when I was a kid, those things like around me. Even some from television or some film or maybe some when I was a kid, like you guys got it. But like when I was an adult, I mean right now, I'm just thinking about the revolutionizing of robots, and I do pretty worried because I don't know, maybe I do not study statistically about the evidence not clearly, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, and because of that, I do think, well, I like make robots, but how do I make robots that do not replace human? It's pretty funny. It sounds pretty funny actually. Yes. And then I was just thinking, what if I make robots that, and I place these robots for, like, I place these robots, but in the place that human do not supposed to dare. And I just thinking, hey, I like space exploration. Well, maybe some human will be in space, or maybe just, let's say, an astronaut. Of course, they will be in space, but for space explorations, um, I do not think you will need a human for space exploration. But if the purpose is maybe for like space management, I mean, let's say there's some ISS. Let's say this is some stupid imagination. Let's say this is ISS and this is Saturn. Um, well, it'll going orbiting this way or maybe that way or maybe this direction, right? You got this. But yeah, so maybe human will be in here, just like managing some satellite, or maybe just like having some management, or maybe some some research about the space itself. But the robots, they'll be deployed in here, right in the surface of Saturn. And because right now we do not know what is inside there, inside Saturn planet. Of course, some people like do not think it's a good idea to make human to go there, like just unknowingly exploring the Saturn surface, right? So I think it's a good idea to place a robot right there. Damn, it's already 11 minutes. It's pretty fast. So yeah, I think that is why my reason to make um, robots that use space exploration. And yeah, I think that's all, because it is already 11 minutes. So I think I'm going to make a diagram for thumbnail. So yeah, like these robots, we'll be using it for space exploration. Why? Because it will not replace human for now. Okay, for now. I might be supporting the robot revolutions in the industrial applications, but not this time. Not this time. Well, maybe in the future, but not this time. Yeah. So I think that's all for these videos right now. I think it is not really a heavy topic as the previous videos, but I just want to explain to you guys about why the hell do I have to make robots for space exploration. And of course, I know and I understand that this thing will not going to be easy. It's going to be really hard, and especially for the people or for someone that doesn't know anything about robots and doesn't know anything about space exploration and do not know anything about computer science or even biology. So yeah, for us, because this robot is going to be using SBI and OI. If you guys still wondering what the hell is this, just watch my previous videos. Or just simply just like mm, look at my description in my previous videos. I think I just pretty talk about the SBI and OI. And then maybe after these videos, I think I'll be explaining to you guys in the depth about the SBI or the OI and how do we make that. And then the next videos I'm going to talk about what kind of robots do I want to make. Well, the experiments is like, I don't know, I'm just doing anything that I know for now. And I'm pretty sure that some of you guys just talking about this guy is just stupid, this guy is just doing nothing, or maybe this guy is just doing this experiment ineffectively, so maybe my experiment not effective and it'll cost a lot of money. And then maybe you guys have some alternative for a more effective approach when I'm conducting my experiments. It will be a really good idea, and if you guys want to do that, you can join my Discord. And if you guys just assist me for this project, I do not think you guys just like people that not doing anything. I'll really appreciate you guys, and then maybe I'll get some exclusive thing for those of you guys that helped me for this project. Yeah, I'll be very thankful about that. So yeah, I think the next videos, the depth review or about SBI, and then the depth review about what kind of robot do I want to make, and then I think about the computer science, maybe about how to code, and then maybe about, yeah, I think that's all for the next two videos. I think, yeah. So yeah, that's all. Thank you. See you guys.